our time before we kick this thing off, guys. Whether you're on Facebook, whether on YouTube, whether you are on Clubhouse, go ahead and just tag a friend, tag a friend, and tag a friend. And thank you guys very much for joining. But let's go ahead and tag some people because we don't want anyone to miss this leadership summit. You don't want anyone to miss this leadership summit. It's a powerful summit. If you are used to this summit, if you've been coming on, we have strategic conversations on this call, on this summit. It's a powerful summit where we are able to grow, we're able to stretch. Okay, and this is really what it's about, is making sure that we are able to stretch, ladies and gentlemen. That is extremely key. You want to be able to stretch, learn, and apply what you have learned to this summit. So I say to you guys, go right ahead and tag a friend, tag a friend, tag a friend. That's really what it's about, because we want to make sure that once we get on the summit and we're grounded in here, we're getting the information that we need. Does that make sense? We're getting the information that we need. And the key is to make sure that if you are here and you're in a stable position, document, take some notes, ladies and gentlemen. Take some notes, because we want to be able to learn and we want to be able to apply what we have learned on this summit. So if that makes sense, go ahead and put 7 in the chat for me. If that makes sense, go ahead and put 7 in the chat for me. Now, I want to talk about something that I've talked about on this summit in the beginning. I talked about we talk about leadership. When we kicked off this summit, we talked about leadership, and I want to really go ahead and talk about that again, because it's so key. I think it's so key in life. Let me make sure you guys can see me. Can you guys see me clearly? I want to make sure you guys can see me. Good. I want to make sure everybody can see me clearly. Like I said, tag a friend and tag a friend. Let everybody jump onto this summit. You do not want to miss it. That's awesome. That is awesome. Guys, it is so key for us to have this dialogue today. It is really key. And it's important to me because I think that we lack so much in it. And I know a lot of the times you hear about leadership all the time. That's one of the things that we talk about. We talk about real strategic conversations on this summit. And when I talk about strategic conversations, let me just kind of dive back in so you guys will understand. We talk about what's happening in the community. We talk about what people are trying to do. We talk about how we need to excel as an organization or as an individual in an organization. You're trying to get up that corporate ladder. You're trying to open up a business. You're trying to do whatever it is. You may want your position to be switched, right? Doesn't matter where you are. Doesn't matter what you do. But you got to understand that there's steps in this process, right? So we talk about all these different things. We talk about economics, group economics. We talk about some powerful things that would allow change and growth, right? In our community, in our organization. Now, the thing is you hear about leadership a lot. We hear about leadership a lot. We hear about these different levels of leadership. And we hear that there's 5 levels of leadership. We hear about there's 5 levels of leadership. Now, do anybody know what those 5 levels of leadership is? Do you know what they are? Can anybody tell me what one of the levels are? If there's anyone on this call who has positioned themselves in a position of leadership, or they're trying to, do you know what one of the positions of leadership can be? Do you know that? If you know that, type it in the chat for me. If you know that, type in the chat. If you're on Facebook, YouTube, just type it in there. Right now, I'll go ahead and wait for a second to see if there's anyone who knows this. I want to know if you guys are on here, and I want to know the people that's on the call. Now, we have real good participation when we're on this call. But let me just tell you guys, there's 5 levels to leadership. But leadership, in my opinion, is so deep, ladies and gentlemen. It's so deep. There's 5 levels to leadership. Now, I'll give you the 5 levels, right? I see people typing it up. Right? That's what I'm talking about. We need the participation, because I want to know that you guys are out here. I want to know that you guys are with me. Now, there's 5 levels of leadership, but how this call is going to go today is a little different. Now, we know, number 1, the first level of leadership is position leadership, right? Position leadership. That is the lowest level of leadership that there is, right? Position leadership. I'll tell you, number two, right? Because see, that position leadership is the entry level, just for you guys to understand. It's that entry level leadership, right? That's that position leadership. All right. Number 2 is permission. Number 2 is permission. So I want you guys to write it down. We're not gonna dive in on the breaking down of the levels right this second, but number 2 is position. Number 3 is production. And I want, as you guys write this down, I want you to think about it. Because this is what this summit is about. It's thinking. We're using our brains. We're using our mind, right? Thinking is a skill. Thinking is a skill. So number 3, ladies and gentlemen, is production. Production. That's number 3. That's the level number 3. Number 4 is people development. People development. That's number 4. People development. And number 5 is pinnacle. Number 5 is pinnacle. Number 5 is pinnacle. Now, here's what I want to talk to you guys about really quick. Give you an intro to my book that is coming, because it is so key for us to understand leadership and what happens if leadership fails. It is extremely key. And this, ladies and gentlemen, this happens in any area of your life. This happens in any area of your life. I want you to think about this. It doesn't matter if you're a janitor. If you're a janitor, ladies and gentlemen, you're a leader in this space as a janitor. You're a leader in that space as a janitor. You have the right to be prepared for that job that you have to clock into. You have to know what are the steps that it takes to get the job done effectively. See, some of us that might be above or think we're above, we may look at a position and say, oh, that's beneath me. But you got to understand, when you are in a position, that particular position that you are owning, you are a leader in that position. You are a leader in that position. So you have to adjust your posture as a leader in that position. I don't think y'all following me. If you following me, go ahead and put 10 in the chat. I don't think y'all following me, because if you're new here, y'all ain't ready yet. But if you're following me, put 10 in the chat. You got to adjust yourself as a leader in that position. So you may be the janitor in the building where they got VPs, CEOs, managers, and all these top people, but because you are a janitor in that position, you're a leader in that position. I want you to understand, think about this. The reason why I'm saying janitor, guys, listen to me carefully. You are according to the steps, the ladder going up. You are down here at the bottom. But yet, even though you're at the bottom, woo, you're still the person that makes the top look real good. You're still the person that makes everything look real good. Y'all ain't getting me yet. Because see, if the janitor doesn't take ownership and leadership of his or her positioning, then the organization or the institution or the building is not going to look accordingly for those that are in the top of the pole. Are y'all with me right now, or are y'all missing me? Are y'all with me, or y'all missing me? If you're with me, type with me. If you're with me, type with me, because I want to make sure that you guys are getting what's actually about to happen. Now, here's the thing. The intro, one of the intro that I pulled something from the book that I'm working on. And I want to talk about this because it's so key in my studies with my mentors and along the way, I've learned so much, and I realized that there's a thing that we fail on. Leaders, now when you step to the top, whatever positioning you're going into, here's the thing. We talk about this greatness of leadership, but let's talk about something of how to restore broken character. Now you may say, okay, he's talking about broken character. Well, I need you to follow me for a second. How to restore that broken character? How do you restore broken character? How do you come back after your character has been broken? How do you come back after your character has been broken? Because you see, all of us want to jump into position of leadership, or we're in a position of leadership, but we don't really know what to do when things don't go accordingly. We don't know what to do when you get that tremor, when you get that earthquake, when you get that trial. We don't know what to do. See, what I want us to understand is focus on understanding the process of leadership restoration. Focus on that. Learn how to fail. Listen to this. And what to do with failure as a leader. Learn how to fail. Most importantly, what to do with failure as a leader. See, there are studies that shows that only about maybe 2% of leaders who fail ever come back from it. And when we talk about fail, we're talking fail. You guys watch television. You see when there's major things that happen on TV and people, these leaders, major things comes out in the news and, oh my God, I can't believe this happened. And it's just destruction. It's only like 2%, studies have shown, of leaders will come back from failure. Now, you heard me talk about character, but I need you to understand something. The foundation of leadership is character. The most important component of leadership is character. I'll say that again. The foundation of leadership is character. The most important component of leadership is character, not influence. Woo! See, we hear about influence. So here's the thing about studying. All my leadership summit people out here in the world, because I know some of you right now in your country, it's probably 4 in the morning, and I really appreciate you guys joining on. We hear so much about leadership, and some of us, we may say, oh my God, this sounds redundant. Oh, to be a great leader, I have to have the knowledge so that I influence people. But ladies and gentlemen, no. You have to acquire the knowledge and you have to go through the process of learning to develop good characteristics. Because the foundation of leadership is having good character. Character is the foundation of leadership. It's the foundation, not influence. I want you to understand this. The greatest, listen to this, guys, the greatest protection of leadership is character. So somebody, you guys, I got my scholars on here. Guys, go to character in your Google. Google's your best friend. And somebody type what character means for me in the chat, wherever chat you're in, whatever chat you're in. Type what character means. Type, I'll give you guys a second. Type what character means, right? What does it mean? Character. Somebody type it up. Type it up. Type it up. What character means. What does character mean? Okay? What does it mean? What does it mean? Okay? I want you guys to type it up. Let me see if you guys are working with me today. Let me see if you guys are working with me today. Anyone found character yet? Anyone found character? All right, guys, while you're working that brain of yours, there's different meanings that character has, right? But let's talk about not a movie or a play. Let's talk about the mental and moral qualities distinctive to an individual. The mental and moral qualities distinctive to an individual. Oh, okay. I see somebody got it in there. That's what I'm talking about. Mental and moral qualities distinctive to an individual. So I just said the foundation of leadership is character. The most important component of leadership is character. Then I said the greatest protection of leadership is character. And we said that character is the mental and moral qualities distinctive to an individual. Mental and moral. I want you guys to hold on to that. Mental and moral. What does it mean to have morals? I want you to think about that. What does it mean to have morals? Summit, folks of the summit, this is your homework. What does it mean to have morals? Character says mental and moral qualities distinctive. Listen, here's the big thing, distinctive. What does it mean to have moral? And what is it saying when it says distinctive? Woo! See, here's the thing, ladies and gentlemen. Distinctive is separating you from the bunch. Ooh, I don't think y'all hearing me. Distinctive is separating you from the bunch. So you're 10 of us rolling together, but your mental and moral character is distinctive. Why? Because why? It's not saying that all of us, it's not saying that all of us have character. It's saying it's distinctive. Ladies and gentlemen, I didn't create the word. I'm just giving you the information because of studies. So we're talking about why. We're talking about the restoration, right? The greatest protection of leadership is character. See, here's the thing. You're not protected. You're not protected by your team, your entourage. You need to understand that. As a leader, someone in high quality, high volume, you're not protected by your entourage that hangs around you. Guess why? Because they may not have character. And let's say that you believe that they do. They may be protecting you, and I want you to hear this clearly. They may be protecting you from your default character. They may be protecting you from your default character. This is why it says mental and moral. This is why it says distinctive. Speaking individually, not grouping us together. It's speaking individually. See, that means when we talk about they're protecting you from your default character, that means, ladies and gentlemen, simply means that they may be a part of the corruption, maybe a part of the character being flawed, maybe a part of the fail. Ooh, if you're with me, go ahead and type 1 in the chat. If you're with me, type 1 in the chat. Because remember, I said to you guys, we talk about leadership, but no one talks about of the failing and how to handle the failure. So you see, when this book that Mr. Boston is writing is completed, you want to grab it. You want to grab it because, it's going to be so hot. It's going to be so hot. This is what you're getting. See, I need you to understand something, ladies and gentlemen. Talents, your gifts, right, are only as safe as your character. I'll say that again. Talents and gifts, right, they're only as safe as your character. So, you got to think about this. John is really talented. I love this guy. This guy knows how to do real good business. Or this guy is in my organization doing real estate. He just knows how to do what he's doing. Or, wow, this guy is in a part of one of those trade academies that he's doing fantastic. But guess what? He has terrible character. So you are admiring a talent that you have no idea that is flawed. The gift that you believe that is obtained by this individual, that this individual had, is abstract, it's flawed because the character is flawed. So what you see as face value is just a moment's notice where you're going to say, wait for it, because it's going to come crumbling at some point or the other, because the character is flawed. So you have to remember your talents and your gifts. They're only as safe as your character. So ask yourself, what am I character? What character do I possess? What character do I possess? See, your character is the container of your gifts, your skills, and your talents. It is the container. It holds it all together, the glue. It is the container of your talents, your skills, and your gift. That's what your character is. So when you start talking about leadership and you start talking about wanting to excel in leadership, first we got to understand the concept of how we can come back. Is it possible? How can we come back from broken character? How can we come back from broken character? So here is something to hold on to really quick as we dive in deeper and shift into the concept of leadership. I want you guys to start understanding this. We need to start understanding how to fall up, because we all know how to fall down. I'll say it one more time. We need to start understanding how to fall up, because we all know how to fall down. So let's talk about the concept of the falling up. Everybody's excited. Everybody's fired up. Everybody knows, all right, listen, this is what I want. I just broke down, told you in the beginning about those 5 levels of leadership. So then what are we talking about? What are 5 traits of a good leader? What are 5 traits of a good leader? What are 5 traits of a good leader? 1, a good leader has to have vision. A good leader has to have vision. A good leader has to have a clear idea of where they're going. Vision is key and has to be excellent at strategy planning, ladies and gentlemen. See, the quality of vision separates the leader from a manager. I need you to understand. The quality of your vision separates a leader from someone who is a manager. So if you are on this summit and you are trying to excel to another level, you may be a supervisor trying to become a manager. You may be a VP trying to become the CEO's CFO, and you may be a business owner. You may have an organization and an affiliate organization, a marketing organization. You must understand that your vision as a leader separates you from the manager. Okay? If you guys are with me, go ahead and type 1 in the chat. If you're with me, type 1 in the chat. I want to make sure that you guys are with me. See, this type of quality, I need you to get this right. This type of quality turns an individual into a specific type of person. When you have the quality of vision as a leader, it turns you into a specific type of individual. Remember, we talked about distinctive. It turns you into that particular type of individual. While managers get the job done, great leaders tap into the emotions of their employees, their team, whoever they're leading. See, the managers even get the job done, but the leaders tap in to the emotions. This is why the leader has to have good character. This is why the leader must understand the way, because they have gone the way, so they can show the way. If you're with me, go ahead and type 1 in the chat again. Wherever you guys are out here, I want you guys to fall in line with what you're hearing, and I want you to think about what you're hearing. I want you to really use those thoughts, because you got to understand, here's the power of it. We hear thoughts become things, but if you're thinking strategically, your thoughts become the thing that you truly desire. I'll say that again. If you're thinking strategically, your thoughts become the things that you desire. Because whether you're thinking strategically or not, you're thinking. So most of the time, the reason why we have the issues that we have today is because we're always thinking negativity. Why? Because we're feeding negativity. We're always receiving a vision from the exterior instead of us being the deliverer of the vision. Woo! If you understand me, put 10 in the chat. If you understand me, put 10 in the chat. See, I'll say that again because some of you might have missed me. Some of you might have missed me. You have to be strategic with your thoughts. Because whether you believe that you're not thinking, you are thinking. And this is why the things that you desire do not happen because you're allowing an exterior vision to steer your path, whether you know it or not, in opposed of you being the deliverer of the vision. So how can you be the deliverer of the vision? Well, then we have to develop good characteristics. We have to develop the mindset. We have to acquire the knowledge. We have to understand that the key component to hold leadership together is having good character. It's having good character. Guys, ladies and gentlemen, this is not difficult at all. It just requires thinking. It is not difficult at all. It only requires thinking. But then you got to understand the challenge is thinking is a skill. So if you can only understand that I have to work at thinking strategically, positively, if you only understand the man and the woman hours that you clock in for someone else, you're giving them 8 hours of your day. You're giving them 10 hours of your day. You're giving them 20 hours in 2 days, whatever you decide to do. If you say, instead of me doing that and just focusing on that, whatever I do to give myself an earning, when I get off of the time of earning, I will put my mind into a space to think strategically so that I can drown out the noise of the early portion of the day and input what's supposed to be inputted in my mind. So now the vision, the replay that's happening in my mind is the vision that I've inputted into my mind. So I inputted the right information strategically so that I can deliver the vision outwardly. Oh, I don't think y'all with me. Come on. I don't think y'all with me. So you got to understand, and this, ladies and gentlemen, will take you to another level. This will make you aware. This will allow you to be a sponge. This will allow you to be open to receive what needs to be received. This will put you in a place of what we like to call alignment. Energy, proper energy equals alignment. See that? Proper energy equals alignment. And when you're in alignment, you are ready to receive. Then the distinctiveness of who you are, your character, is shown among others who are just as distinctive as you are. Because now you are flowing in the right space of energy and you're aligned. And when you're aligned, woo, the people that come into your path, the situations that come into your path, the doors that's open to you blows your mind. Blows your mind, because when it's coming, though you're in alignment, you sometimes say, I can't even fathom how powerful, how amazing this is. Only if I had learned a long time ago how to use my mind and understand that thinking is a skill. Thinking is a skill. So when we start talking about leadership, ladies and gentlemen, we start talking about going in alignment to be able to get to that next level. Well, I'm a supervisor and I want that manager chair. Oh, I'm a great employee and I believe that I need to get to supervisor. Oh, wow, you know what, this company, I've been with them for a while, but I need to move on because I believe I need a raise and they're just not going to pay me substantially. Well, guess what? Write down exactly what you expect. Write down it's exactly what you deserve. Write down what you desire. Then what you do is turn the things that you have written down, now make it your vision environment. so that everywhere you go at that same location of that job, you're able to see it. You pick up your coffee cup for the coffee drinkers. Guess what? You've printed out one that you wrap your coffee mug with. You'll see it. You turn on your computer, your laptop, your desktop, your screensaver. Boom, you'll see it. You open up your drawer at the job, and on your binder, you printed it a nice size out, an 8x11. Boom, you're seeing it. You get to your car to sit down and take a break, or on your way home, you have those things printed out in your vehicle. You can see it. You decided you want to fix your face. You drop the flap down. You got a little size. It's right there. You can see it. You get home. It's on your door. It's on your refrigerator. It's by your bedside. You make it a vision environment. Because after you've already decided that that is what you need to acquire, that is where you need to be, you're done with that portion of it. You're not going to speak on that anymore, because you have now laid out the things that needs to be done to acquire that which you need and which you want. So guess what? We don't speak of over here anymore, because now we're moving in the direction of action. Because why? We are getting in alignment with the proper energy. Somebody type energy in the chat box. Type energy, energy, energy. Type it up. Wherever you are, type energy. I want you to feel some of that energy. Type energy. You need to be in alignment with that energy. Type energy. I want that energy to rub off on you. I want that energy to get to your molecular level, to your cellular level. I want you to feel that energy, because energy begots energy. When you start putting energy together, it becomes a force field of power in alignment, and it'll take you to another level. So go ahead and type energy. Let's take it to another level. I need you to be in the same mental space, ladies and gentlemen. See, it is not me who said in Habakkuk 2, write the vision. Write it down. Write it. Put it on tablets. Make it plain, so that they who see it may run. I didn't write it. It came from the word, from the good book that I study, called the King James Version of the Bible, the Holy Bible. I love it. That's how I live my life. And when I go into all my studies and I go back to that book and I see that there's so much correlation and things that's navigating and giving me an upliftment to be able to understand my inner self, to be able to bring out the energy, I can only give you exactly what I see and what actually happens every time I do it. So guess what? I'm an experienced testimony to you all. So then I got to give it right back to you, because it's about helping you all to get to where you need to be. Because see, I am constantly being a student to absorb, to know that I need to be in alignment. So I need you all to be in alignment. You said you want to get to that level. You said you want a certain level of income. You said you want to be able to help your family. You said you want to break some chains. You said that things in your community is not moving right, and you guys need to replace the chair of the councilman or the councilwoman. So you want to vote this individual in. Well, then guess what? We got to do what it takes. And what it takes is first absorbing the knowledge, acquiring the information, so that we all will be on the same level. Don't be a broken leader. Don't be a leader that if you fall, you cannot ever come back. Remember, I said it's about 2% ever come back. See, we all know how to fall down, but we need to start learning how to fall up. That is extremely important, because understanding that character is everything. Ooh, it's everything. Ladies and gentlemen, if you study well enough, study the process of your court system and see how they operate. Let me give you guys one that you should know. When you get inside of any courts with all of these different things that we study and we can read and you can see, and anyone who has ever gotten, whether it be a parking citation or a speeding citation, or if whatever it may be, it's always a challenge of your character. It is always a challenge. If you've ever watched any shows, if you've ever did any study, it is always a challenge of your character. Moral turpitude. It is a challenge of your character. So when you start talking about leadership, I want you to understand the depth. You said everything rises and falls on leadership. But leadership, its main and only component as a leader, in leadership, is character. The protection of leadership is character. So I need you all to understand as you go out today, as you guys go into this week, as we dive in to the things that we decide that we want to participate in, start checking yourself. Start checking, what type of character do I have? See, I don't need you to just jump in. I know my character. If you said that to yourself, you need to check your character. Because character checking, it's a process. Because you're always working on your character. So if you didn't know that, let me give you that right now, so you don't take yourself out of character. You're always working on your character. It's always a work in process. It's always a work in progress. So you have to understand, you have to know where to get the information that will help you. You have to travel along the way and the road, connecting with individuals, like minds, that will come to you because you are building your character. It is a process, ladies and gentlemen. That is why it says, right division, make it plain. It's all about your character. See, the more I study, ladies and gentlemen, the more I realize it just comes down to a few things. That's why the Most I always ask. He said, do you believe? See, I didn't understand that years ago. Do you believe? Why was Christ always asking, according to the text, why was he always asking, do you believe? Or why, after the healing, or when healing occurred, he said, your faith has made you whole. Character. Character. That is such a powerful, powerful word. Understand its meaning. Understand what it represents. Understand who you are. Everyone will know it through and based on your character. So you see, as you set this tone for the week, you plugged into the Leadership Summit. You came here to get that energy. You came here to be powered up. You came here to be fulfilled. You came here to be nourished. Take what you've been nourished with, what needs to be absorbed into your molecular level, into your cellular level. Let it be absorbed. And what you need to go and leash out, let it be leashed out. Show your character by your actions. Show your character by your actions. And I guarantee you, the reactions that will come will be of greatness. You will not be able to contain it because how powerful and amazing it is. Now think about this. Have you ever seen anyone that glows so well that you always ask, why are they glowing that way? Look at the glow on that gentleman. Look at the glow on that woman. Great character process of learning will have you glow like a ray of sunshine, one that is so amazing that it will continue to attract what needs to be attracted to you. So I am so ecstatic to speak with you guys today. I was so fired up coming off of a powerful, powerful weekend, an amazing event that my organization and we had in Charlotte, North Carolina. Such a powerful enlightenment. The event, I learned so much. Though I was one of the educators, teachers on there, I took so much notes, because when you are in the room with like-minded individuals, those that have been working on their character for years, there is so much power to be in that room. So much energy, such a surge. I plugged in and I recharged. And here I am to give you some of what has been deposited in me. So I challenge you all to understand today, this week, and as you move on through the rest of this year, we have to understand how to restore our broken character and how to fall up, because we all know how to fall down. Guys, I love you guys so much. Thank you guys very much for just being a part of the movement, being a part of this leadership summit. You know, I just love that you guys are so dedicated to this cause, dedicated to be able to learn. I want to hear from some of you in the chat. Let me know if this summit, since you have joined, has it been helpful to you? Has it changed some things in your lives? Has it helped you to help others? Guys, go ahead and let me know. Type it up in the chat. Let me know, because this is really what it's about. We are able to work on things and do things according to how you all feel. I'm super excited because you guys understand this. Listen, there is less than 100 days left for the remaining of the year, and you got to be an actioneer. You got to be intentional. So go ahead and let me understand. Make sure, let me know. Type it up in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. How has this been helpful to you? Have you been sharing it? Have you been tagging a friend? Have you been applying anything that you have learned on this summit? Because we must come together in order to rise. You want to be a phoenix. You want to rise. You want to be that butterfly. You want to go into that cocoon and go through the process. Then we got to understand coming together. We got to understand being in alignment. What has this done for you? How has it helped you? You know, I see a lot of you on this call. I'm so ecstatic that I've seen a lot of these individuals. Some of you might be brand new to this leadership summit. So you're getting a full belly tonight. You're getting a full belly tonight because you have literally, some of you might have came off of the event that we were a part of. Some of you, you might not have been a part of the event, but you've been watching through online. And I need you to take that energy. Let that energy be absorbed inside of you. And I want you to leash it out, burp out something new, burp out something that will change your trajectory, burp out something that will allow your environment to be lit, because darkness is not where we dwell. We walk in light, and light illuminates and it destroys any area of darkness. So I need you guys to be in alignment with me. I got some folks on this call, and I'm looking to see some names that I've seen before. I want to really hear from someone, because today I feel like I need to hear from one of you how this summit has done for you. I know we normally keep everyone muted out, but I want to hear what this summit. I see a young lady on here. Miss Marie. I don't know if she's able to speak. I'll have her unmuted. Miss Marie, I believe is Marie Huff. Are you on here? Are you on here this evening? Let me know if you are on. I believe I saw her. Marie, good evening. Good evening. How are you? Can you hear us? Awesome. Marie, you know, you've been along with this ride. Yo, awesome, awesome. Go ahead and tell me how this summit, tell us all how this summit has helped you. What has it done for your life? Because I know folks are listening all over the country, all outside, and sometimes it is good when you can just grab someone randomly and just have them speak. What has this summit done for you?
Absolutely. The summit provided the space to kind of network with individuals, but also to learn new information. Even though sometimes you know some people and you've heard some stories, you're always learning something new or you're catching something that you didn't hear before because now you're present with a different ear. So the same ear that you might have had in Chicago, you're coming with a different perspective over the weekend. It was very intimate. It was motivational. It's exciting. The energy in the room, and just realizing that you might be in business for yourself, but you're never in business by yourself. You have a team. You have people that you can kind of pick their brains and chat and any challenges that you might be having. Talk to them and say what are some of their best practices, etc. And you come back with things that you hadn't thought about. A new way of doing things. You're taking notes, and not just notes for notes' sake, but notes that you can actually take back and implement in your business, but also implement for professional development, personal development. Maybe it's something you need to change in the way that you do things on a daily basis, or maybe it's something you need to change in your professional environment that helps to become a better leader, whether it's a position leader and the different types of leadership. But for me, it's always motivational, but I think this one was super powerful, and I'm so glad that I attended.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Thank you very much, Marie, for sharing with the rest of everyone that is looking in, watching in from all over the world. Guys, it's really good when you can just grab a hold of someone who has been in attendance and see what is done for them, because it's nothing like hearing the experience of another individual. I said to you guys, we're here for strategic conversations, and we're here to really upset the norm, create change, and that is what we do here. Because we expect that when you get the information, when the information has been absorbed into your body, into your mind, that you should apply that information. So, Marie, thank you very much for sharing. I'll go ahead and grab another individual. Again, Marie, thank you very much. Let me see. Awesome, awesome. Before I've seen a young lady says Patrice. Patrice, I believe you were unmuted a while ago, Miss Patrice. Before we close out, Miss Patrice, are you able to speak? I see Patrice Power Trader. Are you able to speak? I saw that you unmuted a while ago. Let me know if you're able to jump on in here. And if Miss Patrice is not able to, I want to go ahead and grab Stephanie Thompson. Let me just grab Stephanie Thompson really quick. Stephanie Thompson, are you in a position to speak to the world in regards to? How are you? Fantastic, fantastic. I thought I should just go ahead and grab someone who's attended here. So tell us, what has this done for you so far? What has this summit done for you in your life?
Well, the summit really, for me in particular, it sets the tone for the rest of the week. One of the things that is kind of funny, I kind of giggle to myself sometimes because I hear your voice in the back of my mind when I'm distracted of what I'm supposed to be doing, if I'm supposed to be, put together my social media posts or sending my text messages or looking at my charts and whatever I'm supposed to be doing. I hear your voice. But I think it's important for us to acknowledge the fact that I appreciate the fact that you tie in a spiritual sense into this content because I don't know about you guys, but I feel like, and I'm speaking for myself, we're in the midst of a spiritual war. And at the end of the day, there are very few places and people who are going to encourage us to use or practice using our higher faculties. And so, it's just really important
Awesome, awesome. Thank you very much for sharing. It's just guys, it's always amazing to know that you're doing the work, and the work is being absorbed by those who really come to listen and participate. Because the key is if you show up to feed the multitude, but only one received it, guess what? You've done the job. Don't feel as if, well, I spoke to 10,000, but one received it, because it says just the faith of a mustard seed, right? So it starts with one, because one can germinate and affect many. So don't get, oh my gosh, I only had one individual that really applied this to create change or to be able to do X, Y, Z. I say to you all, don't you worry, because one is more than enough. One will fulfill the multitude. So go with the fact that you have the information, that you are being a student in your right, but whatever you are imparting, it was absorbed by one individual who can run with it. That is really what's key. Change comes from being consistent. Change comes from being consistent at the things that you're seeking. And remember, when you are removing something, you have to add something else. Anything that you need to remove so that you will make a way for greatness, when you remove negativity, you got to add positivity. You can't just remove and have it blank, because guess what? You haven't done the job, and you'll go right back in the cycle on a hamster wheel. So you have to remove and add. So subtract and add. That's why, ladies and gentlemen, understanding the laws of duality is key, because if there's left, there's right. If there's up, there's down, right? So you got to understand that if you subtract, you must add. And it's amazing to hear what you all are saying today. I'm super excited that you guys were able to share this. I would hear from one more individual. I see somebody, a young lady, I believe, Alejandra. I don't know if you're able to speak. I would go ahead and have you just kind of weigh in if you're able to speak. I think is Alejandra Gutierrez, I believe. If you're out there and you can just kind of tell us what's going on, I believe we might have seen a message in the chat, but let me know if you can speak. We would love to hear from you as we close this summit out today. But I want to tell you guys, you have been fed, because the information that I've been fed, I reciprocated and fed you all. So in my studies, whatever I acquire, and I know in my spirit that it makes sense to pass it on, that is exactly what I do. So I'm super excited about it. There's a lot of you that's here that have been taking in this information. I say take it and run with it. Apply it in the positions that you're in, whatever jobs you're in, whatever business you have. I want you to make sure you understand that these things are going to help you to see massive, massive, massive success. But it starts with you. It starts with you. So again, ladies and gentlemen, I believe the young lady obviously is most likely not available. Thank you guys very much. Again, let's be positive. Let's be intentional. Let's go out and win. Let's crush it. And remember to follow the journey. Much love, much respect to all of you. You guys be blessed. Go ahead and win the week. So type energy in the chat box as you guys leave today. Type energy, 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 energy in the chat wherever you are, so that I can know that you guys are leaving with that type of energy to go out and unleash it on the rest of the world. So much love, much respect. I love you all. Thank you guys for joining, and you guys continue to be blessed. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Thank you all for joining. I'm excited that you guys stay the course, and I will see you guys at my two favorite place, the beach and the bank. So go ahead and get with me, get with Mr. Boston. If you guys want to know a little bit more about other things that I participate in, go ahead and get to www.joinmyacademy.com, www.joinmyacademy.com, so that I can help you with my organization to put you in a great space. Let's break some chains. Let's become financially free. Let's become our own banks, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get into the digital space. Love you guys. You guys continue to be blessed. Have an awesome week.